Hi guys, welcome to Film Companion South. I am Vishal Menon and today I am going to be reviewing the new Asif Ali movie Kettiyolaanu Ente Malakha. Watch out for mild spoilers. Now I think it'll be interesting to compare a movie like Kettiyolaanu Ente Malakha to Suraj Barjatia's older film Vivah. If Vivah worked like an advertisement campaign to reinforce the fairy tale like myths we associate with the arranged marriage, this film tries to break it. Kettiyolaanu Ente Malakha in fact grounds this in reality to tell you a very real story about what happens in what we call the happy married life. Now in the 80s, a film about arranged marriage would have dealt with the topic of dowry and how the girl's family struggles to come up with it. In the 90s, this changed to what happens after the marriage, especially when we're dealing with two equals or two egoistic people in a relationship. But now a film about arranged marriage can dig a lot deeper to finally discuss topics that we've shied away from a very long time. And that's what makes this film a worthy addition to Malayalam cinema's new obsession, the topic of masculinity. This film isn't about toxic masculinity. It isn't about the lack of masculinity either. It's about something else. You can probably call it the crisis of masculinity. Slivachan is someone we've all met at some point in life. He's a good son and he's a great brother to his 4 sisters, but is that enough to make a good husband? Slivachan is 35 years old, but he's never found the need to get married. He doesn't have female friends and he hasn't had a girlfriend either. But on one night when he returns home to find his mom lying on the ground unconscious, that's the first time he gives marriage some serious thought. Even then, getting married is something he does for his mother. He just wants someone to look after her. So when he goes to meet Rinsi for the first time, he doesn't even look at her. Anybody will do as long as she's ready to take care of the mother. But it's not the same for Rinsi. During that first meeting, we notice how Rinsi is slowly falling for Slivachan, seeing the way he behaves with her bedridden mother. It's again Slivachan, the great son, working his magic, but we don't see the reverse happening. And when Rinsi calls him for the first time after their first meeting, he assumes the phone call is for the mother and passes it on to her. His issue isn't indifference or a lack of interest. It's just that he's never been able to look at a woman as a companion. So when he attends a pre-marriage counseling at the local church, he starts getting nervous even when the topic of you-know-what starts getting discussed. So he excuses himself from the class and he makes a confession and he goes to the priest and tells him that he knows nothing about that topic. You know the topic I'm talking about? Sex. There are great examples of healthy relationships all around him. But when it comes to this issue, he chooses to take the advice of the absolute worst person. A sex-crazed divorcee whose wife ran away. So when it's time for Slivachan to get intimate with his wife for the first time, he's misled to believe that the act is some kind of a show of strength. Now the film takes an interesting approach to talk about this situation. A crime has taken place, but the film doesn't focus on the victim. Instead, it tries to focus on Slivachan. He too is a victim is what the film argues. We're meant to look at him as the after effect of a society that talks about topics like sex as taboo. His sex-crazed older friend is supposed to be a stand-in for many things in society. A set of bad friends, terrible movie choices, or even pornography. What's really impressive about this film is how it manages to make us sympathize with him. And we can do this so easily because we never doubt his intentions. Even when this act is performed, his face is not that of a man high on power, celebrating his dominance. The expression is more of relief, as though he's just finally gotten done with it. In fact, he's so ignorant that he thinks that she's happy now. But I wish the film had taken a more balanced approach to tell us this story. I wish the film had gotten us to see more of what Rinsi is going through as well. Like Slivachan, the film tries to keep Rinsi at a distance, and this requires us to do a lot of the writing to understand what's going on her side. And for a film that essentially propagates the idea of the importance of getting to know someone, I really wish I had known Rinsi a lot more. But one of the reasons the film still remains so engaging is the excellent performances by both Asif Ali and Veena Nandakumar. Asif aces the role's physical performances and he perfectly fits into the mold of a loud rubber farmer, and he even manages to break your heart in the climax. We feel her silence and her helplessness in being married to such a man, but never at the cost of her dignity. The supporting cast, filled with several new actors, does a great job too. Now we can debate the film's feel-good approach to deal with such a serious topic or its desperate need to keep underlining Slivachan's character to make him out to be a good guy. But it's a film that needs to be discussed not just because of what it says, but also about how it goes about saying it. So that's it for my review of this week's film. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe to Film Companion South.